Hey everybody, it's been a long time. Oh, I'm a lot darker now. The sun's been out and I've been enjoying my life outside of this condo and hanging out with friends. For those of you who have already read the title, this is what we're going to be talking about. Essentially, I work with children, I teach piano, and a lot of them are going through kind of like their teenage years, and it got me thinking, like they were talking about how like it's so difficult sometimes to kind of figure out who you are and like, the friends and stuff. And they've kind of told me different situations of how like, they have to do things because their friends are telling them to do stuff. And I was like, well, hey, this is really interesting because that used to be issues that I used to have to deal with, and I'm sure all of you have that as well. But it made me think about the whole aspect of friends and making friends. In my line of work, I work on my own, so I actually don't have any kind of colleagues or coworkers. So unfortunately, I don't really have that like kind of like aspect of like going out with my fellow coworkers after to have a drink or something like that. So for a long time, I kind of craved being able to make friends, and CrossFit really helped because it kind of brought a bunch of people together from different walks of life that I wouldn't normally have access to, and I've been making friends there. But being in CrossFit made me realize something again. I still have difficulties making friends, and it's not that I'm not approachable. I am highly opinionated, and I can be a little bit arrogant and a little bit competitive, but I do see myself as someone who's approachable, who's likable, funny, and stuff like that. And it has nothing to do with that. Sometimes you make an effort, a conscious effort to be friends with people, and it just doesn't work out. And it really sucks. Like, it sucks that we won't be friends, and it sucks that we won't be able to kind of like continue that relationship and build upon it. And I realized, A, I still get this kind of like guttural feeling and this kind of feeling in my body. I was like, ugh, I hate that. I really want things to work out. Why can't I be friends with people? Is it me? Is it something that I'm kind of like putting out that's kind of like putting them off? What is going on here? I want to analyze. I want to be better. And upon reflection, sitting down, I've realized it has nothing to really do with me. Maybe it has to do with me, but it also has to do with them as well. You have to realize that in any relationship, it's two people or more, and there needs to be feedback from the other person or people. You can't just be feeding things all the time. You can't always be putting in energy and stuff and trying to see if the other person will respond. Um, I find that it's really interesting now that I am in a different point in my life. I am essentially like double the age of some of my students. Not to say that I have a lot of life experience, but more than they do. And it's interesting to talk to them about this because, on the one hand, I was like, oh, look, I've learned so much. But on the other hand, I'm still in exactly the same boat. I'm still having doubts about who I am. I have self confidence issues, I have self esteem issues. I still constantly think, what could I have said better? What blah, 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 blah. Why aren't they messaging me back and stuff? And it's interesting. It's interesting because I am an adult. I should know better. I should have it all together, but I don't. Because in the end, we there aren't that many of us who are taught how to be kind of interrelational and how to meet people and work on that. But what I've realized is you have to come at these things from a point of self-love and self-care. If your baseline kind of like definition of yourself is kind of like meh, you're gonna get pretty meh results. So you have to come from a perspective where you're taking care of yourself, you're learning to love yourself more and more and more, and you're becoming more confident with the things that make you who you are. And from there, hopefully, you'll be able to attract people who are attracted to this kind of like bundle of stuff that is you. And maybe for those people who aren't immediately attracted to you, you might be able to convince them. But you also have to understand that in the end, not everyone will be your friend. Not everyone will dislike you, but not everyone's gonna like you either. You're not gonna be able to kind of go and just be like, yeah, friend, 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 friend. Unfortunately, that's really not how that works. And you can see that with very famous people. Everyone wants to be their friend, but they just kind of want to like bask in the glory. They want to kind of be in the presence of that. They're not really building friendships and relationships. It's just kind of like the glam and the fad of what's going on at the time. So I'm still kind of working on it, and I have been struggling with it still. Personally, for myself, I tend to be someone who likes to fix things. I am a worrywart. I've grown up kind of like caring for people and making sure everyone's okay. So for me, when I approach someone and I want to be friends with them or I want to hang out with them and it doesn't work out, my first reaction is like, what's wrong with me? And I'm glad that I'm in a point in my life right now where I don't allow those inner demons and like the voices in my head to kind of like steer me in the wrong way. I realized that yes, it does suck because there are some really cool people that are in my life that I would like to be friends with, but it's not going to happen. That sucks. Acknowledging that that sucks, accepting that it's not going to happen, and then moving on. I'm glad that I don't need more friends. I have a lot of very, very, very great friends, and it'd be nice to kind of like collect more, but I don't really need any more. It also kind of gives me a pause because as I'm approaching new people and trying to meet new people, I realize just how important my friends are, the ones that I do have are. It makes me realize how much they put up with and how awesome they are. How every day I just learn to love them more and more and more, and I learn to care for them more and more and more, and I reach out to them. So, yes, it does suck that you can't be friends with everyone, and sometimes that's just it. No matter what you do, no matter how great you are, how amazing you are, how funny, how accomplished, or whatever, you're just not going to be friends with these people. And it does feel kind of bad, but you could also flip it the other way as well. It sucks that they can't be friends with you. They can't enjoy you. They can't get to know you. They won't be able to kind of like share in your victories and your struggles and everything. And as much as it sucks that you can't be friends with them, it sucks just as equally that they can't be friends with you. I hope that helps. This was more of like a stream of consciousness video. I just wanted to kind of like talk about it, kind of like just kind of put it out there. I hope you guys are having a great time this year. 2019 has been very challenging, but always learning, always living, always trying to be better. I miss you guys a lot. I hope I come back to do more videos soon, but we'll see. For now, this is the only thing that I can think of to put up. We'll see if there's anything else later on. You guys have a great time. I'll see you guys around soon. Bye.